Might as well start off at a place like Atlanta. Let's just go to Atlanta. Everybody likes Atlanta. It's simple, easy racetrack to get around. So we'll go in here and talk a little bit about what you want to do and how you want to do it. Pit setup's really easy. Just about everywhere you go, presets 1 through 4 are no good. I mean, honestly, if you're going to get the most speed out of the car on a short run and a long run, presets 1 through 4 aren't going to be your best friend when it comes to that. You really want to stay in the 5 to 7 range, for a good balanced car, a car you can run in traffic, stuff like that. You want to be right in that wheelhouse, you know what I'm saying? So, as you can see here, here's our basic menu of what does, of what each car does, and it gives you a transition of what, of how they're going to handle, what they're going to feel like. This is slider 1, stable 1, stable 2, stable 3, stable 4, stable 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 being the loosest one you can run. I recommend everybody start off at the balanced one. This is right in the middle. It's not too loose, it's not too tight. It's right there. It's right in the middle of the spectrum. It's something for you to get used to whether you be using a controller or a wheel. It's something that you can start with from the get-go, to give yourself some confidence going forward. But get into a little bit more about pit adjustments. Again, we're just at Atlanta, just a basic oval. Atlanta Motor Speedway, everybody knows, Atlanta, everybody likes to drive Atlanta. And if you're running a lobby that doesn't allow custom setups, which I rarely do myself, but if you aren't, then start right here. This is where you start. You start right in the middle. I wouldn't pick the most stablest one on stable 1. I wouldn't pick the loosest one. Just go right in the middle. All right, so let's jump into it. All right, so this is a look of a basic 1 setup. All right, that's what the tire pressures are going to look like. So when you're in a race, you can't adjust any of this stuff. So what you have here is what you got. All right, you can't make it no faster. You can't make it, you can't do anything from this screen. You can't touch it. If you click on preset 5, this is what you're going to have to run, period. So I just want to give you a look at it. All right, let's go run it. These cars get out of my way here. Got a nice little piece of track to get out here and open it up, just see what we can get out of it. And again, I'm going to show you here in a second. I'm going to hit pit road after about a lap or 2. I'm going to show you what these cars will run. This is preset 5, right in the middle of the preset spectrum. Preset number 5. A little snug on entry. I can breathe it a little bit just to keep it on the yellow line. Just follow that line down through there. You ain't got to, just be simple. Preset 5, a little snug overall, but the car's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty stable. Really can keep the car underneath you on a place like this, especially when you're racing around other cars. Which a place like Atlanta, you're going to run around other cars. So this is probably your best bet. As far as like stability and making sure you don't run over the people that you are racing against. So okay, start lap 2 here. Like I said again, I got a lot of wheel input into this thing. I'm at about 10 o'clock for you wheel users in the middle of the corner. Just kind of chopping it with the wheel just a little bit, just kind of sawing on it a little bit to help it turn more. Try to give you the best reading I can of what these cars' maximum potential are without draft. Okay, so 29.281 that time, lap 2. Car's actually pretty good once you breathe it just a little bit on entry. Custom setups, you go in here wide open, man. It's ridiculous. All right, so finish it lap 3 here, and we'll come around and we'll hit pit road, and I'll show you some adjustments to make this car faster. right, 29.2. That's about what we're going to run here. You know, pretty much. And that's what you're going to get out of the car. It's about its maximum potential by itself on a preset number 5. This is number 5. This is the most balanced car, you know, overall. Period. Right in the middle of the spectrum. It's not really loose, not really tight. It's kind of right in the middle. All right, so. Oh. I just destroyed the car. Okay. Well, all right, now. Let's go back. 29.27. All right. All right, so when you go on pit road, you're going to want to, car is already tight. That's what the wedge is going to be like when you start off. That's your tire pressure and wedge. That's all you can change on pit road. So basically you want to probably go down about a round to a half a round on the wedge. That's what I usually do. I'll run down to about 48.2, maybe even take it down a little further. 48 flat, maybe 47.9. Now this is where the big difference comes in. This is where sometimes you may or may not have a lot of time to get it all in at one time. You have to do it over several stops. But this is a good tire pressure setting for a place like this right here. And I'll explain to you why. And then I'll take it out on the track and show you the difference in the times. Again, this is the setup screen. On a preset, you can't touch any of this stuff in the race. So all you can touch is wedge and tire pressure. That's it. All right. So I got the tires staggered at 26 and 44. It's a pretty good overall stagger. Means the car's going to lean to the left going in the corner. You know, it's going to have a lot of left. It's going to have a lot of side bite going in the corner. It's going to want to go right to the bottom. And we also loosened it up with wedge too to make the car turn better overall, be more responsive with either A, your controller, or B, your steering wheel, whichever you're using. I myself am on a steering wheel, and I'm running a G29 with a shifter. I did run Heat 2 for a long time with a controller, so I'm familiar with that too. But this is basically, you know, all right, so just get right into it here, make a lap or two, and I'll show you the difference in the speed. As you can see, the car's already a little free, so got it pretty loose compared to where it was a little while ago. Car's holding a nice steady line through the corner. Didn't have to breathe it really going into turn one there. Kind of could go in there wide open. You can burp it just a little bit, kind of tap it, play with the throttle a little bit, keep it from getting too loose. Instantly picked up a 10th already from where we were when we started. Just off preset 5, but we picked up a solid 10th just by making air pressure and wedge adjustments. Now this car right here is a little bit more on the looser side than some of you may or may not like. You'll feel it going down the corner. You'll feel the car get a little light, a little free in the center. Entry to center, like right about here, the car wants to get pretty loose. So you may want to come back up on the wedge maybe 2 clicks or so, just till you get used to it. But again, like I said, this is Atlanta Motor Speedway. Of course, you can see that. The car is pretty free. But I mean, just making those adjustments. I mean, you pick up a 2/10 on the stopwatch. I mean, our best lap was a 29.27, and we run a 14 right off the truck, right off the bat. Look at this. Computer's wrecking everywhere. Ooh, near miss. Whew, that was close. You don't have to run loose 9 to be fast on presets. You don't. You can be fast and be stable on, you know, preset 5. It's possible. You just have to know what you're doing. People might say, well, Barry, why do you stagger the tires like that? Well, think about it. If I want the car to go left, I want it to go left and stay left. And also, when you separate the tires, you create more rotation with the car. The car's going to want to rotate more through the corner. The closer they are together, the tighter it's going to be. And the lower the tire pressures, the tire is going to be overall. So that's why you do that. I mean, it has no adverse effect on the tire wear. Look, I mean, the car, we're 7-8 laps into the run. This is on times 4 wear, and the tire wear is as even as it can be. I mean, that's damn near perfect. I mean, you can't ask for a better car, as far as balance goes. Car's balance is a little free, like I said, right through the center of the corner right there. You can kind of see my nose dancing around the screen there when you get to 3 and 4. But the car just kind of bounces around there a little bit. But overall, the car's got good balance. So, alright. That's just your basic balance 5 car. I mean, look, 29.1s every lap. Just flying. I mean, besides that one where we had to miss that car wrecking, but I mean, just consistent 29.1s over and over again. Car running the same speed over and over again. Now the car was a little loose, so that's kind of something you would want to run on preset 5. For an oval. That's your oval tire pressure settings. Now, based on the track, it may change. I mean, you can run, for you beginners out there who are trying to find their way and find their comfort zone, maybe not run the wedge that low, maybe not go a whole round down from where it was, you could also put these tire pressures together that'll make the car more drivable, to make it more stable for you. And it's all about preference. I mean, I can't, there's nothing really I can tell you that's going to make you just, be great overnight. But practice makes perfect, and it's going to take you some time. So we're going to reset this thing. All right, we're going to go with a different setup now. We'll go to balance 6. All right, this is the one I like to run when I run default. I'm going to go run it out the truck. So 29.2 was the fastest lap time we ran with no adjustments, just straight off pit road. All right, that's what we ran right out of the gate. No help, no draft. 29.27. So let's see what preset 6 does running that line. Let me pull up here. Let me get away from all these cars so we can get out of the draft. And also pull up the lap ticker too so we can see what's going on there. Wish we could get some clear racetrack. I might have to restart this. I know what to do. Another tip for you guys, if you want to practice and you don't want to have people in your way, just pull down here at the end of the pit road and just stop. The cars behind you will stop too. You can get as many of them lined up at one time as you want. I usually sit here for a few seconds and just kind of wait, and let them build up behind me like this right here. And then once about half the field or so pulls up behind me, then I know I'm going to have plenty of room to run. Because they're all behind me. And by the time I get back around, all of them will be gone from pit road. So that's another little tidbit of information you can use for trying to practice and not be around a bunch of cars. Alright, so preset 5 with no adjustments was a 29.27. Preset 5 with adjustments, 29.14. So we picked up a whole 10th just by making changes. This is on times 4 wear too, by the way. And besides road courses and short tracks, staggering the tires, it can hurt. See, automatically right out of the box, preset 6 is already faster than the preset 5, even with adjustments. Come here. Alright, so 29.19. That's what this thing will get. Let's see if I can get a little bit more out of it. Again, this is preset 6, no adjustments. So we get right here. 203. Right, we're about 4 laps in the run anyway. So we're on a 193 out the truck, and the fastest we ran with adjustments on the preset 5 was 14. So already out of the box, you're not that far off of a guy that's running preset 5 without any adjustments. So let's go to pit road here. We'll make some adjustments. Just pit adjustments, wedge, and yeah, we got a black flag, it'll be fine. All right, so the car's pretty loose. All right, let's go right here, boom. Let's see if you can get it in real fast. I ain't gonna be able to get it in. Like I said, when you're doing adjustments in the race, it may take you a little bit to get it all in one time. So, 26. And on the other one, we did 26 and 44. I'm going to do 26 and 42 with this setup. Because it's hard, because you got to remember, as you go up on the presets, the looser they get, the rear of the car gets looser and looser. So, you want to make sure that you're cognizant of that when you're making changes, because the higher the pressures are and the higher you make that right rear tire pressure, the looser it's going to be. So so wedge was at 49.1, run it down to like 49.3, just for giggles. So we run here on the box. Got to pull the pit road party in a second. So we're around a 19. But with a preset 6 off the truck, no adjustments. Got away from it. I can already tell the difference in the car. It turns a lot better already, and it's carrying more speed through the center. Ooh, uh-oh. Oops, sorry. Carries speed through the center of the corner. That's what I was about to get out. Which it does. It's a little loose. But okay. Just try that one. It's raw. I don't edit or cut nothing. Everybody that watches videos on YouTube about car setups and how to do this and how to do that, they always got something edited. They always got some kind of little outtake or something in their videos. I don't. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. You're going to see from the word go exactly what's going on, how to do it, and because I don't run default setups. I'm not a default guy. I run custom setups. I don't, it's just not me. I don't You know, I like to build my own stuff from the ground up. But I know a lot of people do run pit adjustment setups. So, you know, I figure I'd do the best I could to help. So, okay, so we made that adjustment, 26 on the lefts and 42s on the right, and we went down to 48.3 on the wedge from 49.1. So we went down about 3/4 of a round on the wedge and changed the tire pressures around to suit what would be my liking. I like a freer race car, so the car doesn't get tight on entry and it rolls the center wheel. Almost done it again. The car is very, very loose, as you can tell. And again, you may have to adjust it accordingly to your driving style and how it fits your personality and the way you like to drive cars. I mean, not everybody's the same. Not everybody's going to find this information helpful, but you know, you may not. It depends on how you drive. But everybody knows the fastest way around Atlanta is on the bottom on the yellow. If you get this car to stick down here and stay down there, it's going to be to your benefit, I promise you. You'll be passing people in no time. So we ran a 193 right off the bat, which is what we ran without adjustments a while ago. This car is very loose right now. I'm going to go in and make an adjustment on it. It's too loose. That's way too loose. Anybody that tried that would be spun out in lap 1, turn 1. So we're going to go up on the wedge some here. Go up from 48.3 to 48.6. Just kind of be a little bit more secure with the car overall. I figured that change would make the car pretty loose because it is on the looser side of the spectrum when it comes to pit adjustment setups. So, you know, basic ovals, they're all generally the same when it comes to setting them up in pit adjustments. They all usually take the same thing. You know, with wedge and tire pressures, you want to create a stagger in between the tires. Stagger means, you know, making the left sides lower than the right sides so the car rotates more to the left in the center of the corner. And the car keeps rotating, you know, and you can adjust the tire pressures accordingly to how you want the car to run. We're already a lot better now since we've done that wedge adjustment. So this is run number 2, preset 6. Made pit adjustments. We changed the tire pressures up and went down the wedge about a half a round. We just did preset 5 a little while ago. Go back and take a look at that for yourself and just kind of see where we're going here, how we're going. The preset 5 and preset 6 is going to be right where you want to be. Maybe even preset 7 sometimes. I mean, it's all according to how loose you want to drive a car. They got tied off the corner. See that? That's weird. Never had that happen before. Alright. Get down there, right on that yellow, all the way through this corner. Make an early exit out to the wall, just like that. Perfect. I mean, it's a perfect way. But the way this line is through this game, it's the way you want to be. You want to be right down here on it if you can help it. I know going that transition into 3 going into turn 4 is very tricky for some people. Post pit adjustment, we're on 29.13. So it's preset 6 after pit adjustments. This car is going to come to you. If it starts off a little free, just keep running it. Just keep it in the racetrack. It's going to get better as you run it. I promise you it'll get better. The car will come into your liking as you go. Because you got to have a loose race car to be fast at Atlanta. You're never going to blow or wow anybody with a default car if it's not a little free. Because if it won't hold the bottom, it ain't going to be any good. Everybody that's just joining in, talking pit adjustments today at ovals. I'm gonna go to another track here in a little bit. But as the run goes on, as you can see, the car just gets more and more comfortable. You can be a little bit more aggressive with the steering input. You can turn it right down in there, right on that yellow line. You can hold that yellow line all the way through the center of the corner without it wobbling or bobbling. I mean, it's real stable, super stable car for a pit adjustment. And you can't ask for anything better. You might maybe have it a little tighter to start with, but you know, it's all according to what's your cup of tea is. You like a car that's a little snug to start with, you like a car that's a little free to start with. That's all according to what your brand or poison is, really. This game offers a multitude of adjustments for you and for people alike. I mean, so that's preset 6 post adjustments. Again, we'll go back. I mean, we hit a 13. About the same as preset 5. Preset 5 is actually a little bit more stable overall. I run preset 6 when I'm running default. It's the way I've always done it. That's a good look at what preset 6 looks like. And that's the pit adjustments, 26 and 42, 48 and 6. Probably bring these tire pressures, make them 27 and 42. That'll be a good balance for you to start with for a race, and you're racing against other people. Getting the car to turn, getting to rotate. The name of the game is get fast quick in default lobbies. Get opportunity to hit pit road, make adjustments to your car, get it in there as quick as possible, and race. Sometimes you get in lobbies where you can't, or there's no caution zone or something like that. I'd recommend you running preset 6 over preset 5. It's a little freer. It's just a little bit of information for ovals. We can go to another track too. I'll show you. It does the same thing. I mean, we go to a place like what's another favorite for everybody? Chicagoland. We'll go there, I guess. I'll show you. It basically does the same thing. I mean, there's really no transition. The only oval that you're going to see a tremendous difference in the way the car reacts to the adjustments that you put into it on pit road is maybe somewhere like Darlington or Kentucky or maybe Kansas. Those 3 tracks right there are animals on their own. Because of the way the seams are on the racetrack, they make the cars unstable, they get uncomfortable, they start bouncing, and then they get loose over the seam, and they slide. I mean, that's really all. Again, you're going to have to go into, go with what you feel, you know what I'm saying? So, default, preset 6, 25, 32, 27, 50, 30, that's what you're going to start with, and 49, 1 on the wedge. Go ahead and restart this thing. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Chase. Again, we're going to bunch them up so we got plenty of room to go run a lap. use the flat to get the car wound up, start to run. Breathe a little bit on entry. Let it come out early, exit early out to the fence, going down the back straightaway. Just real simple, real smooth transition. Crack the throttle just a little bit going down turn 3. Just follow that line. And bell out to the apron. 2961. No pit adjustments. Preset 6. That's basically what you roll off the truck with. Alright. Cross the line there and boom. 51. So 29.51 is what you should be running on preset 6. You know, that's what it's going to look like. Preset 6, no adjustments. Just straight out of the menu. 29.518. That's what it's going to look like. 29.51. All right, let's go make some changes to it. Again, you know, in the presets you can't do anything but change the wedge and the tire pressures. So we're on preset 6. Alright. We go up here, we're going to change the tire pressure. We're going to make stagger again. We're going to stagger the car out. Have the car want to go left and stay left. We'll make the car rotate. Again, these are pit adjustments. I mean, this is the best way to get the most out of this car while you're you're on pit road. You want to make the car go faster. Again, and this has no adverse effect on the wear of the car, tire wear. Most people who run default lobbies or preset lobbies, they're only running 3% races anyways. So maximizing tire pressure on the right side is not going to kill the car. Hold on. Let me get to where I can run so low without any draft up here. I'll show you some wheel settings for you wheel users here in a second too. I'll show you how I run my wheel and how I do it, and I can show you some other little tricks too. For all you guys that are using centering springs, turn it off. You don't need it, I promise you. I've had a lot of people I've come across here recently that run centering springs on wheels. That's killing your speed. So we ran a 29.51. Preset 6, no adjustments. I can already tell you this is going to blow that out of the water. Just how the car will rotate down the bottom. Carrying just so much more speed through the center of the car. Let's see. 48. Yeah, just burp it just a little bit right there on the entry of the car. That's it. That's all you got to do. When you're going behind people in the race, you're probably going to have to burp it a little more than that. Because you're going to be going a little bit faster than what you're doing by yourself, too. Car nice and stable through 3 and 4. Smooth entry, smooth exit. So we picked up about a half a tenth or so with the pit adjustment. Maybe get a little more than that right here, coming to the line. Let's see what she does. About the same. So we picked up about a half a tenth. About a half a tenth with a pit adjustment. Not bad. It's not a bad thing. I mean, pretty much you're flat out all the way around Chicagoland anyways. So there's your tire pressure for Chicagoland. 26 and 42, 48.6 on the wedge. Nice, comfortable ride. I mean, it feels good, drives good. It'll run good for a long time. You're not going to see any adverse effect on a, it's like, say you run a preset race with a say you run a preset race that's got tire wear on it. Doesn't matter if it's times 1, 2, 3, or 4. Increasing tire pressures on this game doesn't really matter because this game doesn't quite have the physics that, say, someone like iRacing would, where if you jack the right side tire pressures up like that in iRacing, after about 4 laps, you're going head on the fence eventually. You know, it's going to happen. But on here, the physics don't really go out that far, so you can manipulate the game by, you know, running higher tire pressures. You can do that. All right, so I'm going to show you what kind of wheel settings I run and how I the feel that I like to feel. Now, some people may run this and think I'm crazy, but I mean, that's just the way I like to do it. All right. Controls. There's my wheel settings right there. There's everything from the dead zone to range, steering sensitivity, brake sensitivity, throttle sensitivity. You can turn the throttle sensitivity down a click from where it is right now, and it'll make the car a little bit easier to handle on short tracks. Another thing too is, you know, you can hit this option button, you can test it. See, if you're driving a steering wheel and you're top dead center, you should be right there. And realistically, if you're turned all the way to the left, you want to be at about 9 o'clock or 9:30. You know, that's as far left as you can go. And as far right as you want to go, you want to be about 3 o'clock. And just pay attention to the way the pedals work. Look, that's half throttle right there. That's full throttle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just play with it. You know, see how it does. And then remember that when you're running online and you're running and you're testing your car, remember how that feels when you put the gas to it. Does it spin the tires? And when you turn the wheel down in the corner, is it too sharp? Is it too sudden? You can adjust those things on this game. Another thing too, a lot of people do this right here. Force feedback. I run my click above half. Why? Because I want to feel the car. I want to feel what it's doing. So when I drive down the corner and I turn it down in there, and basically, okay, if you turn that all the way off, all right, a lot of people run 0 force feedback on this game, which blows my mind. Because it's basically, if you turn all the force feedback off, it's like you're racing Cruising USA in the arcade. You know, some folks don't remember Cruising USA years ago in arcades, but I do. And it's really awesome. I enjoyed that game. But if you don't have any force feedback, you can't feel the car. Okay? You're not going to feel anything. You're not going to feel it in the steering wheel. You're not going to feel anything that's going on around you. So you turn the strength up about halfway. You can maybe even go a click below half. You can still feel it, a click below half. So when you go down in the corner, you can feel the car and you can feel what's going on. You can feel if the tires are buzzing, if they're sliding. You can feel it in the wheel. So it's easier to make adjustments that way when you can feel what the heck is going on. Impact effects, so like when you hit the wall or something like that, I turn that off. I don't use that. I mean, people do it for more realistic feel, sure. You know, by all means, knock yourself dead. I mean, you can turn it on if you want to. I just know that some of these wheels are very strong, and I mean, they'll rip the wheel right out of your damn hand when you hit the wall. So, I mean, that's probably not the best thing for you if you ain't never done it before. I ain't never ran impact on, so. Center spring. Okay. This is the one I find that a lot of people use. And it blows my mind that people use this, because when you turn this on, you're creating an aid, a wheel aid, pretty much. It's assisting you when you come off the corner. It's kind of like having StabiliTrak on in a race with the car. It's going to go slower. It's the same thing. It's stability help for steering wheels. That's basically what it is. So when you turn this thing on and you turn down in the corner and you let the wheel, like you start to come out of the corner, it starts pulling itself back to the center for you. I don't like that. A lot of people, they swear by it, but man, I turn that center spring on. I have not had any success with it. Don't like it. I feel like it slows the car down. I feel like you can't get the best out of the car for the exit per se with it on, so I don't have it on. So that's basically the gist of what I run. That's it. That's my settings. And you can adjust this all around through here. Dead zone. You don't want to have you don't want your wheel to have any kind of dead zone. So you don't want to have it up here where it starts at. You want to have it all the way out. You don't want any dead zone in the wheel if you can help it. The steering range. I keep it right in the center. Some guys turn it all the way to the left because they want their range to be to the left. But I keep mine in the middle. I mean, it doesn't hurt me. Sometimes you got to go right too, in a race. Sometimes you got to go right to get around folks. Sometimes you got to go past people on the outside. I mean, it happens. Steering sensitivity. That's how sensitive the car responds to your wheel. So if you got it, on the higher end, if you go left, it's going to go left. If you go right, it's going to go right. So beware and be careful with the steering input. Start off running offline, quick race, whatever, and practice with it. Just go back and forth, back and forth, and just see what feeling that you get with your wheel or controller that you prefer, and then save it, go back, and then just go down through here and try all this stuff, and then put it all together. I mean, it's not hard to get the settings that you're looking for if you put the time and effort into it. I promise you it's not. But I showed you some stuff, some preset stuff, some pit adjustments for presets. I'll show you some custom setup stuff now. This is my wheelhouse. Where we started out, we'll go back to Atlanta. That's fine. Custom setups are a big puzzle, man. Everybody, all the time. How do you get it to do this? How do you get it to do that? Well, it's simple. I mean, you want the car to be down on the ground, low as possible, free as possible, with the best gear you can put into it. And I'm gonna give everybody my Atlanta setup today for people that are watching. Everybody just paying attention. If they even watch this video, they don't even know it, that my real Atlanta car is going to be in this video, which is funny. Alright, so here's my custom setup for Atlanta. There it is. Take a good look at it. Small front sway bar, which means the car turns down in the corner. Staggered tire pressures. Get the front way turned up. You can take a picture of this and load it up and look at the difference between the default setup and this setup. And everything on this menu has been touched. Everything from the gear ratio all the way to the tire pressures to the springs, everything's been customized fully. A lot of people, kill to have, this car, so there it is. Get your hands on it. Again, it's a really good car, strong, fun to drive, a little free, but that is what a custom setup looks like. That is a general synopsis of what I've done here. A lot of default setups that you see, like if you go in there and you put preset 6 and you hit the button and it pops it up and you can look at it, you see, like, for instance, like over here, look, that's a default setup. Look at the bump and rebounds compared to mine. Like, look at that. Like, look at the camber. I mean, it's crazy. Like, look at preset 6 right there. Look at that. Night and day difference. Everything on here has been touched in some form or fashion, except for the ride heights. That's everything. We run real stiff springs with custom cars. Again, there's mine again. Look at the difference between my setup. You can see what I've done here with the car. The weight distribution, the tire wear, it's all even. 50-pound split in the front, 50-pound split in the rear. 20-pound split in the tires. Small front sway bar. Now, with sway bars, the lower you go, the lower the track bars have to be. They work together. If you run a small front sway bar and high track bars, you're going to be loose as crap. I don't care how long you run the car, it's going to be super loose. Maxed out cambers. Any oval track on the game, if you ain't got 5 and -5 cambers, you're already wrong already. It's simple. I mean, I keep the car really tight together chassis-wise so that I can free it up with other stuff, like the tire pressures being so far apart. That's where I get my rotation from, is the tire pressures, which is the way it should be when you're setting up a car. You want the car to be adjustable with the air pressures. So if I'm loose on the exit, or if I'm loose overall, I can adjust my wedge, or I can adjust my tire pressures. If you don't know, the left front tire, make sure I'm getting this right, the left front tire, if you increase it, is going to make you tighter on entry. If you increase the left rear tire, it's going to make you freer on entry. And then the right side controls the exit. If you increase the right front tire pressure over the right rear tire pressure, you're going to be tight on exit. If you increase the right rear tire pressure over the right front tire pressure, it's going to be looser on exit. Left side track bar does corner entry, right side track bar does corner exit. Simple. Left side spring does corner entry, so does left rear spring. Right side controls the exit. It's one big geometry puzzle, and you got to work. You make it all go together. Front weight. Everybody, I use this as one of my fun tools. I love using front weight to set a car up because it really gives me a good parameter of what I'm doing. More front weight you put into it, the car's going to be tighter on entry and loose in the center. You got it dialed back some. If you go down on the front weight, it's going to make you loose on entry and tight in the center. Wedge is an overall adjustment. Say you go in the corner, you turn, you're just tight overall. You're tight in, tight in the middle, tight off. Go down the wedge. Frees you up. Steering offset. That's another one. I mean, a lot of people don't use this, but this offset really helps your car settle down in the center of the corner. If you got a car that's free in the center, put some offset into it. It's going to help it. It's going to make it drive better. It's going to make it rotate through the center better. I guarantee it. People say, well, Bear, why do you have your track bars so close together? Well, the closer the track bars are together, the tighter the car is going to be overall. If you spread them out, if you create space, it's going to be freer. Close track bars mean that when I get back in the gas, the car is going to be more, it's going to be tighter overall, I believe. Yeah. It's going to be tighter when you get back to the throttle. If you spread it out, it's going to be freer on throttle. What that means is when you go in the corner and you lift, when you get back in the gas, the car is going to get looser if they're more spread apart. So that's just simple stuff right there. Just a basic synopsis overall of, of what I've got here for this particular car. Again, I hope some of the information I shared with y'all tonight was valuable. Appreciate you guys' time. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a good one.